Namaskar. Welcome to Conversation. Today's question. Rakesh, I'm a manager in a company and I spend a lot of time in meetings. Can you tell me 5 ways to have better effective meetings? There was a study done and it studied all employees across the organization. It found out that on an average, an employee in a company can have up to 62 meetings a month. That's like having 2 to 3 meetings a day. Now, as we grow bigger and more influential in the organization, the research also found that more than 40% of the time of the person is spent in meeting with someone, which makes sense because a company is about people and there are departments and it's important for everyone to collaborate. So meetings become this very important tool of people to come together. There is a discussion, there are decisions, there are agreements, there are disagreements. So most of the time spent by working professionals, managers across the board is with someone else in a meeting. Now the research also found out that most of these meetings are completely useless. In fact, half of them are a waste of time. Now that's very scary that if half the time of an employee or a professional or a manager is unproductive in a meeting, then this is a serious issue for the productivity of the organization. So if the organization is, let's say, making 100 rupees, the productive time is wasted in meetings. That company could have made 200 rupees, but they are not because half of the time are being wasted in meetings. And I find that very dangerous. And it's surprising that we don't do anything to make our meetings better. So your question is spot on, that I think we all as employees, managers, professionals should make our meetings better because they save time which can be used to make the company and our careers better. So I'm going to give you 5 tips and techniques that I use and I learned from my own experience at Wipro, Intel, Qualcomm, then working as the head of alumni at IIM Bangalore, and then now as a founder of a company, School of Meaningful Experiences. I'm still making mistakes, but I think this is what I have learned, that if I do, will have more productive time for me and my colleagues. So I'm going to share them to you one by one. And before I do that, I must also tell you that there was this hilarious TV series on Doordarshan called Ulta Pulta, and Jaspal Bhatti at his sarcastic best. And one episode was on meetings. And the chairman of that company was a parrot, a tota, who had only one thing to say: meeting bulao, meeting bulao, meeting bulao. Which is surprisingly true that nowadays meetings have become a bahana not to take decisions, create bureaucratic processes, stall the company and not do anything. And I encourage you to take meetings very seriously because they are collaborative procedures, highly communication oriented. You can become a better leader if you run a meeting more effectively. You can maximize the work of your colleagues. You can build relationships better with your colleagues if you can do a better meeting. So here are my 5 tips, recommendations, suggestions on how you can make a better effective meeting. The first one is time. So there are 5 things. The TRAPD, it's an acronym, trapped, pun intended. We are trapped in meetings, but I hope if you follow my suggestions, it's no more a trapped meeting. So the first one is T for time. Please respect the time of everyone. Start on time, finish early. In fact, don't go 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. That is unacceptable. If the meeting is 1 hour, stick to 1 hour. In fact, I encourage you to finish 5 minutes before the meeting finishes. It's very critical for you to set the discipline and respect time. I've seen places where everybody is waiting for the boss to come. That is not done. If people are coming at 9, you have to start on time and the boss must be there. Sometimes the bosses are there 2-3 minutes before the meeting. So good practice is be at the meeting 2 minutes before, start on time, finish early. And that is the first thing of having effective meetings. Otherwise, if आप delay करोगे, वो चलता है, attitude बन जाता है. And some meetings go on for 2 hours, 3 hours. They're such a waste. So start on time, finish on time. That is my first T for time. The second, R for roles. Always create certain roles for a meeting. I would recommend minimum 3. The first is a timekeeper. We just discussed about it. Because somebody has to manage the time, not just start and finish, but in the meeting people go on and on. So somebody has to manage कि यार आपको 10 मिनट दिया है, आप उतना ही बात करो. So time management. The second is a person who captures the action points. कि ये हमने discuss किया, this is what we will do and who will do it and by when. That is very critical. Otherwise there's no accountability of a meeting. एक घंटा बीत गया, nobody knows what to do. And this document is called the minutes and actions of a meeting, so that person has to spend time to write and capture it. And it's not like writing prose. आजकल tools हैं, AI tools to capture the whole meeting, but this person picks up the action item. AI can even do it for you. The third one is a person who manages disagreements and fights, because somebody has to say, boss बहुत हो गया, आगे बढ़ो. Don't start discussing the same thing again and again. So this person becomes a person that when they say stop, everybody stops speaking, especially on that conflict. So these 3 roles are very critical for you. So please announce them and make sure they do their job very well, because it will help the meeting become more productive. The third, please declare and manage an agenda. You're calling people, their time is important, company's time is important, your time is important. So if everybody comes in and nobody knows what to do, that is a problem. So please have a crystal clear agenda, spell out who will speak for how long, what is the objective, what is the takeaway. That is an agenda. Publish it, and that is very critical for you to have a good meeting. Next, preparation. I can't tell you how important this is. What is preparation? Those people who are speaking, they have to prepare for the meeting, and the others also have to be prepared, right? So a good suggestion is that 1 day or 2 days before your meeting, please request all the speakers to publish their materials. It could be a document, it could be a PPT. There are 2 advantages of that. One, they prepare. Second, if they submit 1 or 2 days before, everybody gets a chance to read. Now imagine the productivity improvement. If everybody knows what is being presented, you will spend more time discussing and coming to a conclusion rather than somebody explaining it and wasting time. To me, this is the critical element of how good companies operate, that if you're coming to a meeting, come prepared. Otherwise, don't come. And if you prepared, then you know what to ask, what to say, and help the process. And this is a very good tool. In fact, I request everyone to even write down 2 or 3 paragraphs what you want to say and put it up on a shared drive. Let people read, they will know what you will speak, they will come prepared with questions. You can then have a better collaborative process. And the last one, D, make sure that you allow disagreements and dissents in the meeting. It is a healthy environment. If people are free to say, I disagree with you, I think that's a great productive meeting. Don't penalize people because of their dissent and disagreement. If your meetings are nothing but yes men meetings, something is wrong. If your meetings are meetings where only you are speaking and everybody is listening to you, something is wrong. So make sure there is dissent and disagreement inside the meeting, and it is taken in a healthy approach. So let me summarize the 5 tip suggestions I have for a effective meeting. It's the trapped framework. T for time, R for roles, A for agenda, P for preparation, and D for disagreement dissents. If you can create this, role model it, I think your teams will role model it. You'll save productive time, use that time for better things for yourself and for your organization, and it will be a lot more easier for you to get meetings to a highly productive state. On that note, stay safe. I am very excited to inform you that we're doing 3 batches of my 1-day in-person leadership program called Inspire. This program is a highly curated program which focuses on how you can use foundations of oratory, inspiring speeches, storytelling, engaging audiences, and become an inspirational speaker. Now, here are the dates. The first batch is happening in Chennai on 19th of July. Then we are doing another batch in Hyderabad, 26th of July. And last not least, Bangalore on 23rd of August. So hurry up. I look forward to seeing you in these cities, and I look forward to learn with you. Stay safe.